as we go and explore some of the props and costumes from Andor Season 2. This display was put on by TIFF Bell Lightbox earlier today, the release date of Andor. And I'm just gonna forewarn you that there might be some spoilers ahead. I'm not entirely sure. There's a couple of places mentioned in the plaques that might end up being a spoiler for the season, but I will leave that up to your guys' discretion. I wish you good luck, and the video is in order of how they were displayed in the room. So starting off with what you see right as you walk in. So if you're not able to tell from the shape of this, because it is a bit at a weird angle, this is a antiox mask from a species known as the Kel Dor, whose most notable member is Master Plo Koon. This is one of their antioxygen masks to keep them safe. I just have to note of the detail on the inside of this. This is likely not something a whole lot of people were ever going to see, and yet you get to see all the little details, all the little pivot holes in it. Biggest question I have, though, is whose mask is this? Because I don't remember there being a whole lot of that species hanging around. This is another one where I was curious if it was just a 3D prop or an actual wearable helmet. It looks like, because I did get a couple of glimpses underneath that it was a full wearable helmet, but I couldn't tell how seeable, like, or how much you could see through those eyes. What I was trying to do was shine my light through it and see if I could, or like use the lights to see if you could see through the eyes, to see if you could see into the interior a little bit. But you can kind of see here, there's a little lip underneath. And then going around to the back, I noticed there's a divot, and in that divot you can actually see the gray from the undercoat and then the orange of like the foam base that the helmet is actually made out of. So these look like they're damaged from set. But this damage, you can actually see the base underneath. Very cool. I mean, not great that it's broken, but cool. Look, you can even see the gray base coat that they use. Fun. Yeah, it shows up blue on camera. Oh, you can't see the patterning. Yeah, it's blue on camera. It's actually green in person. The shoes and coat on this are almost emerald in color, and it does not show up like that on camera. It's very almost like ocean blue. I'm curious how this is going to show up on camera on the show. If it's showing up like this under this lighting. They look like they're cord wrapped and then scrimmed with like a thick glue. they all have this similar texture. It's in style like a trench coat here in the back. A little bit of detailing, mostly along panels. Shirt's ribbed. This is definitely mostly canvas, because it is a very, very thick weave. Canvas, suede on the inner pockets. There's like a breast pocket there, big bottom pocket, massive. And then cuff. Okay, so this is one of the ones where I was maybe a little bit worried about there being spoilers, because I initially thought of like, oh, are they gonna go to Naboo? Thinking back on it now, no, he has an art shop. It's probably a piece he got in. So I'm just showing off all the inner detailing, all the detailing underneath it, like you wouldn't see normally, but it's completely detailed. And then if you, give me a second, zoom in on the beads, it's all like beautifully beaded up at the top, all the way through the crown and the headdress. There's the one string off to the one side, which I imagine is just from use and handling going on. You can see all the little details and the layering of the red lace on top of the gold backdrop and the jewel in the middle. This one threw me for a loop because I don't think we've ever seen a Wookiee helmet in live action before, and to be honest, I am struggling to remember if we saw them in Clone Wars or Rebels or any of the other animated shows. You can see all the detailing down with the coins or the scales down the side, and the beautifulness that is this fan on top. And then looking in, you can see all the little details of the coins. They almost look like they've been stamped and then added on over time to make it look like dragon scale. It was very cool. It looked both really heavy and really light all at the same time. This one, I was personally in awe of the amount of detail that is in this, down to like the most minute stone carvings and old age damage and just rawness. Like, it looks like a copper pot, but I think I zoom in at one point, there's damage on the handle. Like, you can physically tell that it's a foam pot, but it looks so beautifully like a copper one that I was intrigued. This was one of the few ones where I actually ended up doing like a full 360 walk around of it, just staring at it for a while because I was loving the detail. Yeah, see here on the handle you can actually see the damage where it got bumped against something and it chipped, revealing the foam underneath. So it's probably super lightweight to actually hold, but is painted and designed to look super old and super heavy. Yeah, there we go, we get in behind to get all the detailing. I do wish I could figure out what it had said at the top. If you're able to figure it out, great. Nothing like one of Star Wars' own divas to be one of the last costumes I got to see. I noticed a bunch of little bit details throughout, but I'm just going to point out a couple as it like slowly zooms back in. One, he's a lot taller than I thought he was. This is his costume, and I was kind of honestly surprised about all the details. And one thing I noticed that I pointed out to other people in the room later on is it's patterned to be a princess cut. Look at it, it's a princess cut. It's kind of wild to see it, but I also love it because it's very fitting of the character.
That's an invisible zipper closure up at the front, and hook and eyes to hold it closed. And then on the back, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 panels, 5 panels.
The way so I guess I have to sort of wear them in order for
I'm back doing a second pass of some of these costumes, and I just want to touch it. It looks like it's suede. I'm not going to touch it, but like, costumer brain wants to touch it so badly. I want to feel the textures, not just see them. Is it suede? It looks like suede. Especially the way it catches the light. So there are boards you can use to iron clothing to get this creased pattern. There's hand beadwork with square seed beads all up the front. And it goes right down, splits, and then on both sides. You see the texture in the fabric too. So right about here, if I can't get it on video, I'll throw a picture in. But there's a piece of elastic, or even maybe Velcro. It looks like Velcro actually on a second glance. That is holding the belt in place. It probably gives it a little bit more movement, so it's not like it's suffocating. And the veil. And the beading. really doesn't show up on camera how orange gold this dress is. If I get a good picture, I'll put it alongside, but you can kind of see it on the edge there, where it hits the light. Yeah, it definitely looks more yellow on camera than in person.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I wasn't sure what to throw in here at the end, so it's just a review of all of the costumes. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy watching Andor Season 2. That'll be streaming as of tonight on Disney+.